So, you're an artist, and you've decided you want to create a live 2D avatar and live your VTuber dreams. But you don't know where to start, right? Well, have no fear, your resident art wizard is here. I'm Shannon May, and in this video we'll go into 2D VTuber design and things you need to consider before you even think about opening Live2D software, or even Photoshop for that matter. Nuh-uh, don't click that open button yet. Even if you're just planning on making a practice model for now, some of these points will still come in handy, so let's plan together. So the first question to ask is, what is Live2D? Well, you clicked on this video, so you might already know. But for those that don't, Live2D, or to be more specific, Live2D cubism, is a piece of software that allows 2D images to be animated using a clever system of layering, rigging, and deformation. We'll go into exactly how that works in this video series. Live2D is used in a bunch of things from visual novels to gacha games to give characters a bit more life than just a still image. In combination with motion capture software, it can also be used to bring virtual YouTubers just like me to life. Not in the zombie sense, though I've seen a fair few zombie VTubers, so your results may vary. But whatever VTuber you might create, let's go into some thoughts on VTuber design. Your first consideration will be, what style do you want to use and what's your skill level in that style? Sure, most VTuber avatars are decidedly anime as heck, but you don't have to follow the crowd. Bear in mind though that more detailed avatars can prove harder to rig, and more detailed doesn't always mean a better design. You need to consider things like if you want your avatar's mouth to be a standard anime line mouth, more like an animal, or even full lips. Mores and lips are more difficult to animate with Live2D, but not impossible. Maybe you want extras like wings? I mean, you can get away with static wings, I've seen them on some avatars, but maybe you want to try animating them for that extra pizzazz. You might even find that your model will be more suited to 3D, in which case you might want to rethink your goals. And that's okay. No hard feelings if you click off the video now. You gotta do you. Your choice of design can be heavily influenced by your experience with animation too. If you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend shooting straight for advanced techniques, or at the very least watch a few tutorials first so you can see what you're getting into. You're already here watching this tutorial, so you're on the right track and things are looking up. For art beginners, I'd suggest sticking closer to what you know, and if you're a beginner animator, simplify things for yourself. It's possible to create a Live2D avatar with no prior animation experience, but I'd recommend at least getting a grasp of the fundamentals before you start. Secondly, pin down a general concept or story for your character. You don't have to flesh this out till later when you make your dazzling debut, but it helps. Have something in mind like cute doggo girl, or eldritch tentacle beast, or even cute eldritch tentacle doggo. The VTubing space is incredibly wide and allows for some crazy ideas. Experimenting with this can be amazingly fun. Keep in mind the feelings that you want your avatar to evoke too. Maybe your eldritch tentacle beast really is hecking 𝗚𝗏 and the cutest ever. Or maybe it's everybody's worst nightmare. You can let your imagination run wild. As an example, when I was concepting, I chose to sum up myself with the phrase modern art wizard. This phrase influenced a lot of my design decisions throughout the process, as your concept phrase should too. Third, design something more than once. I know that takes a bit of time, but you know what? Experiment, see what works. You're your own concept artist after all. This model is going to be the lens through which people see you online, and you don't want to skimp on it. Don't skip to making something model ready and rigging it in Live2D till you're happy with your design. I went through a few iterations, but my final design actually came together while I was working on some promo artwork for my art shop. I liked the outfit I designed with the scarf cloak so much that I adapted it for my final model, and made little flourish alterations to make the design more interesting, like the little polyhedral dice buttons. So the next point is something I know some people don't do because they're so keen to jump in, but it's a super boon if you have one of these. Reference sheets. Create a full reference sheet for your character, front, sides, back, the whole shebang. Your model isn't going to be able to turn all the way around, unless you're some kind of Live2D god, in which case, why on earth are you here? But having this reference future-proofs you pretty well. Here's a few examples of things a reference sheet is great for. Number 1. It gives you and your followers a reference for drawing fan art. As an artist myself, I super appreciate when a character I'm drawing has a full reference sheet. For example, if I didn't have one for myself, no one would ever know what the back of my cloak looked like. 2. If you ever want to commission or create a 3D model in the future, you're already 10 steps ahead. Number 3. You have some more varied artwork to put in your YouTube thumbnails or Twitch screens that isn't just your Live2D model. And number 4. Creating the reference sheet solidifies your final concept going into creating your avatar, so you're now 100% sure of the elements that you're going to rig. So, are you ready? Your design all good to go? No? Go on. I'll wait. But till then, don't forget to subscribe and join me in the next video, where we'll be opening up your art program of choice and finally getting that Live2D ready model of yours drawn and set up for rigging. Till then, bye!